we're going for a little ride this Saturday afternoon. Like traffic everywhere. I guess because it's 5 o'clock. Kind of dumb of me to come out at this time, but so now I gotta wait here like a civilian. Look at the horses. But yeah, guys, lately I've been thinking about I want a secondary bike. Secondary bike, but I don't want another sport bike. I want something like comfortable that I could just ride to work every day. I literally want to ride to work every day. I mean, like, if it's raining or something like that, I'm not gonna ride, I'll just drive my truck. But if the weather permits, I would ride to work every day, you know, with another bike. I couldn't ride this bike to work every day. It's just too uncomfortable. It's too, like, you're too hunched over, you're too, like, race ready. I would like something comfortable, like a Harley, or, like, you know, like an old school, like, cafe racer type bike. I was looking into 2 bikes. One, a BMW K100. I really like that bike. It's like a sideways inline 4. You know, it's pretty advanced for its time. It has like 90 horsepower. It's really nice. Has a radiator, so you don't have to worry about it being air cooled and overheating. And a lot of them that I see, they have a lot of high mileage, which I don't know, I'm assuming maybe people keep them for a long time and tour with them. That's what I've seen. A lot of people use them like sports tours. And so I'm assuming they're reliable. I looked up a couple of reviews. People say they're reliable, but you know, you never really know until you own one. But the bike is really rare. Like, for you to see one, I personally never seen one in the street. So that's what intrigues me a little bit about it, the fact that I never seen one. So, and I'm also looking into a CB750, like an older CB. I really like the CB. I love the way it looks. It's just like that classic style. To me, it looks better than any other of the other typical cafe races that people usually have. So, and I see a lot of good things about it. People say they last long too. I never really seen any with so many miles, like 70,000 miles, like I've seen with the BMW K100. But I don't know, I really like the CB, especially if you can find the super sport model. The super sport models are really nice because they come with dual discs. It's another one of those bikes that was ahead of its time. Not so much with technology. The BMW was more ahead of its time with the technology, fuel injection and everything. But with the, you know, the dual disc, rear disc, brake, it had some nice things on that bike for it to be a bike from the 80s. I like that it was chain driven. You know, a lot with those bikes that are drive shaft driven, they lose a lot of power from the drive shaft. Even though from what I've read on the BMW K100, it doesn't really lose a lot of power. It only loses like 10 horsepower because of the drive shaft. Really nice built bike for back in the day. But yeah, I'm looking into either a CB750 or a BMW K100, one of those two. Ride it every day. Another thing too is I kind of want to cut down my riding of the R1 in the street, I want to turn this bike more into a track, more into like a track bike. Because the thing is with these bikes, when you have these bikes like the R1, CBR 1000 RR, the BMW S1K, and when you have bikes like that, they just pull you to go fast. You know, they pull you to do high speeds. You know, it just, you see, it just pulls you to do high speeds. It's like, and once you start going fast, you get comfortable going fast, which I'm telling you, getting comfortable on your bike, it could be one of the best things in the world, but at the same time, getting comfortable on your bike could be deadly. And the reason why I say that is because when you get comfortable, you get a lot of confidence. When you get a lot of confidence, you kind of get into this invincibility thing in your head where, oh, I could squeeze through there, I could dodge any little thing. And you don't want to have that, because when you have that in your brain, that's when you make stupid mistakes, which you didn't think you was gonna make. And I've gotten to a point where I remember there was a time where I thought 120 miles an hour was fast. You know, you hit 120 and it was like, oh shit, I hit 120 today. But it's no longer like that for me. Now I hit 150 and that's like, that feels kind of fast. At 120 I can still react. Now before I could barely react at 120. At 120 I could turn the bike and everything. You know, and it's not, I'm not trying to say because, you know, I'm, you know, Mark Marquez. I'm just saying it because I've gotten used to how fast the bike goes. So I want to steer away from going so fast in the street and steer away from riding this bike, which like kind of almost makes me speed. I want to stay away from that, and I want to get something that's a little bit more relaxed with a lot less power, that I can just ride and just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride, do what I gotta do, go out, run errands, without doing 150 miles an hour everywhere, or feeling like I have to. So tell me what you guys think, you know, BMW K100 or the CB750. I'm gonna put up some stats, but to be honest, this is not really gonna be a bike to go out and go to the track or be out here blazing the streets. You know, the stats really kind of don't matter. It's more to me what's more comfortable and the reliability. Like, I like that the BMW is rare. I really like that. That's now, let's be clear. I want to be clear. I'm not giving up riding in the street by any means. I still love to do my rides. I love to do my long rides. I like to go out to the twisties here and there. I like to look at the scenery. I want to give up riding the R1 in the street, because the R1 it's a super, you know, these super bikes. I just don't want to go as fast as I usually do anymore. But I wouldn't stop riding in the street, no. And another thing too is, a lot of the people that you ride with, you know, I mean, I go out and I ride alone, and I don't have a problem with it, but most riders, and I completely feel this way, it's more fun when you ride with your people. It could be just one other person, or it could be just one other person, or it could be a group of people. But it's always more fun with a group of people or with friends to go riding with your friend. You stop at the place, you see the scenery. And to be honest, a lot of the people that I ride with for that ride, they just don't really ride. You know, maybe they just ride to work, or they just have a bike to say they have a bike to look cool. So it's like, want to get a bike where I could just enjoy the rides, ride by myself, ride to work comfortably. Jesus Christ, can't get a turn in nowhere over here. So I'll check you guys out some other time. I'm gonna try to enjoy this little ride while I can. Peace out.